This episode is brought to you by Hill's Pet Nutrition. Every shelter pet deserves a second chance, and you're making it possible for thousands of them every day. Because when you feed your pet Hill's, you help feed a shelter pet, which helps make them healthy, happy, and more adoptable, changing their life forever. So they can change yours. Over 14 million shelter pets fed and adopted. Science did that. Visit hillspet.com/podcast to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Bumble. So, you want to find someone you're compatible with, specifically someone who's ready for a serious connection, totally open to having kids in the future, is a tall, rock-climbing Libra, and loves rom-coms with vegan pizzas on Tuesdays just as much as you do. Bumble knows that you know exactly what's right for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, Bumble's features can help you find it. Date now on Bumble.
So how do you identify autism without actually knowing the person or speaking to them? In this video, I'm covering 5 simple physical signs of autism. Oh yes, all that's coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ask Me world. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos all about this kind of stuff. So if you're new around here and you'd like to learn more about autism and stuff like that, then make sure to hit that subscribe button by clicking the notification bell down below. And if you're watching over on Facebook, be sure to give this page a follow. And if you're watching on Instagram, make sure to follow this account for more autism content just like this and daily life stuff from me, because, you know, it's like reality show, isn't it? Instagram. This video is sponsored by Soundstory headphones. Soundstory headphones is a multi-sensory music therapy and movement program. The Soundstory headphones, equipped with a dynamic filter and bone conduction technology, helps improve motor skills and cognitive development in children with autism. This is super awesome. The program consists of a specially designed music processed with neuroacoustic modifications, as well as a series of movement-based exercises. It is a 40-day program divided into 2 sections of 20 days each, with a break of 1 month in between, and each day consists of 30 minutes of music and exercise. I've tried this, guys. It's super awesome and it is highly effective. It's a very interesting piece of technology. Soundtree helps improve fine and gross motor skills and visual motor skills in children, like handwriting and drawing, balance and posture, hand-eye coordination too. Building on these foundation skills, Soundtree improves emotional regulation, social skills and communication. This is pretty awesome. There's a 9-hour battery time and there's exercise videos on their website, but you can also use the headphones as just like normal headphones. You can connect it to your iPhone or your iPad or whatever. So these things are absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend checking out Soundstory right now. Link is in the description down below. So Soundstory have a 20% off their website right now, and you can actually get a further 10% off using my code, which is AskMeWorld10. All the links and the codes is in the description down below, so grab yourself a discount and a bargain right now and check it out. Okay, on with the video. Okay guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Ask Me World, the place where we think differently daily. What's up, different thinkers? Awesome to have you here thinking differently all the time. And if you haven't already, please make sure to download my Autism Life Hacks PDF book for free at autismhacks.net. You can do that right now. Okay, so how to identify autism with physical signs. This is super interesting because there are no physical kind of traits of autism in terms of like a physical deformity, whereas some disabilities, there are physical deformities. Now, this is super interesting because there are physical traits that you can see in autism, and I want to go through those right now. So autism is classed as a hidden disability. You know, autism is an invisible disability because there is nothing that kind of, you know, if you're looking at a wheelchair user who is in a wheelchair, then it's obvious that they're a wheelchair user because they're sitting in the wheelchair. You can physically see that, so it's not hidden. But with autism being something that is neurological and neurodevelopmental, then it has this hidden invisible disability tagline, which is kind of annoying in some respects because people don't really, you know, understand you straight off the bat because they can't see it, they don't really believe it a lot of the time, which is unfortunate, but it is changing, and people doing stuff like this, like us right now, are changing the world. And if you want to be ahead of the game and change the world with me, I have an autism membership website called Level Up Autism, which you can go to levelupautism.net and get access to weekly coaching with me and monthly courses with me and a load of download information. It's super awesome, guys. We're changing the world one step at a time, one membership click at a time. So if you want to subscribe and be a member, be sure to go to levelupautism.net right now. Okay, so I use these, basically I've created this list for you to use these physical attributes to notice autism in a person, so you know how to help them. This is all this is designed for. I'm not talking about outing somebody or picking up on something and kind of like saying to them, hey, you're autistic. It's not about that. It's knowing that if you can see someone is like this, then you can help them in an adequate way. Because if you know that somebody is on the autism spectrum and they need some extra help, then you can help them, and that's a great thing, and it's a great thing to help people. So here are the 5 most interesting signs that you can pick up, physical signs of autism. Okay, so number 1 is rocking. Now, people on the autism spectrum will sometimes rock from side to side or backwards and forwards. This process is called stimming, which is short for self-stimulatory behavior. And stimming, or to stim, is a soothing behavior that people on the autism spectrum find comfortable, and they do it to become comfortable. They rock backwards and forwards, and then they might just, you know, rock side to side, and this is to help them kind of, I don't know, calm in situations, or if they're excited in situations, or even if they're just relaxing in situations. This is what it's for, this is why it happens, but it's something that you can notice, because rocking in certain situations, or rocking, you know, full-grown adult rocking, is something that you don't normally see. Some kids do rock, but it's normally autistic kids who do rock backwards and forwards or side to side. So definitely interesting to keep that in mind, and notice that it is a stim. Okay, so number 2, again, is another stim, and this is one's hand flapping. Now, you may see people flapping their hands when they're on the autism spectrum. Again, this is a self-stimulatory behavior, or a stim type behavior, which is designed to kind of keep the person calm while in a stressful situation or excited situation, because being excited and stressed kind of stimulate the same type of response in your brain. So autistic people have that same response. Hand flapping is more common in younger people on the autism spectrum, but it doesn't really go away. Sometimes autistic people, when they're older, love, you know, just still love flapping their hands, and flapping their hands is happy hands, and happy hands are good hands. And a friend of mine, Micah from the Positive Autistic and the Autistic, Positive Autism is his channel, and I'll try and leave a link for him below. He has a thing that he calls them jazz hands, and he does it all the time, and he's like, you know, he's stimming with his hands, and he calls them jazz hands, and he's a cool guy. So definitely check out his YouTube channel, man. He vlogs and stuff, and he's a really nice guy. Him and his dad are just absolute bros, so definitely check him out. And they're musicians, which is super dope. Okay, so number 3 is eye contact. Now, I talk about this one a lot. Now, autistic people don't find it easy to make eye contact, and they actually find it difficult to maintain eye contact for long periods of time. And so, if you are talking to somebody and they're on the autism spectrum, they'll more than likely not be able to maintain eye contact with you or make any eye contact with you, because it's just not in their kind of way that they can deal with that stress of social communication. Because as we know, autism is a social communication condition, and it doesn't hold up well for making eye contact. Now, this is not to say it's exclusively that autistic people don't make eye contact. Some autistic people can make eye contact, and they do make that effort, and they have trained themselves to make eye contact, which is fine, and it's great. But so this one is just, I would say most people, I'd say about 80% of autistic people have difficulties with eye contact. Okay, so number 4 is anxiety. An autistic person will come with a bulk load of anxiety, not just generalized anxiety, but this will be stuff like social anxiety that co-occurs with the condition of autism, because socializing is so difficult for people on the autism spectrum a lot of the time. So having social anxiety or a generalized anxiety disorder, which would be prominent in like kind of panic attacks and all kinds of, you know, heated situations and potential meltdowns in social situations and other situations of heightened anxiety, is a good way to notice that, oh, I think that person may be on the autism spectrum because they're acting like this, and so I can help them, you know, in the right way. So that is a really interesting one to kind of notice, and I guess all of these together would show you someone who's obviously like 100% on the spectrum, you know what I mean? So yeah, just something to look out for. Okay, so the 5th and final one I'm talking about right now is zoning out. Now, autistic individuals will have extreme hyperfocus, which basically means that they would be really focused on an interest. Like, they're really interested in this cable. They'll just like really zone in and look at this cable and just think about it. And you could be in the room with the person on the autism spectrum, and as they're looking at this and they're really obsessing over it, you could be talking to them and asking them questions, and they'd be completely oblivious, as if they're completely deaf and you're not even in the room, and they're just looking at this thing. And that is kind of like what you see as zoning out, but actually it's zoning into something, which is really funny, because like, it's called a zone out, but it's actually zoning in, and it always tickles me when I hear that. And this is so common in people on the autism spectrum. Even so common is that people who are on the autism spectrum sometimes are tested to see if they are deaf, because they don't respond to their name, at least, when they're zoning out and zoning into things. So that's really, really interesting. Now, if you have anything to add to this, please pop it in a comment down below. I read every single comment, so it'll be super awesome. And if you found value in this and you could help somebody else, please share this on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, because it'd be really awesome if you did that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.